social media world, Gumbo Nation. This is a little special episode of the Hump Day Holler. Hey, we're getting this cranked up, getting it started back again. This week's special guest, and we'll be co-host going forward, Mr. Andrew Matkovic. Andrew, so glad to have you with me today and joining. Excited, going to bring Andrew's expertise. Andrew, how long you been doing mortgage lending, my man?
You know what? 1998. It's been a while.
Yeah. So you're like me.
Yeah.
You know, you're approaching that 25 to 30 year mark. The good
Which is
news
like 50 years in any other industry, right?
Oh yeah, this is in dog years. Dog years were like 712, right? Especially in this industry.
Sure.
So hey, we'll be coming up with a name as we move forward. We maybe even help some for some information there. We're a
we might ask for some requests.
Yeah,
right?
we're definitely gonna ask for some requests, no doubt about it. Andrew's coming to us from headquarters, Cross Country Mortgage headquarters up in the OHIO, Cleveland, Ohio.
We're in the land, baby. Yeah, Cleveland, Ohio.
Whose team is actually valid this year, unlike our Saints, man. You know.
Well, give us some time. We could screw that up.
Plenty of time, man. Plenty of
I hope
time.
not, though. No, die hard, everything Cleveland.
Yeah, and Andrew brings, like he said, since 1998. Andrew, you are I know y'all mess with me as far as being branch number 8 as an OG, but you are like the OG, right? I mean, you were LO1 along with the president, Ron, right?
Yeah, it's me, Ron, and his mom, believe it or not, back in the day. I closed the first loan here. Yeah, it was crazy, right? Who would have thought that we would have gone from a broker to being the third largest retail lender in America.
It's crazy too, because I remember when I came on board with you guys, Ron's like, "We've got a plan. You just got to stick with it." Yeah. And sure enough, man, it's been executed to perfection. So
and I got to tell you, I'm certainly glad that you stuck it out and believed in us and came.
Hey, look, it was testy a while, man, and you and I had called in, but that's part of growth, and that's the beauty of when there's a plan and a vision, and it's just been amazing, and I affectionately on my show call it the mothership, right? Because everything comes through you guys up there, and it's fantastic and an amazing backing for sure. So today, what we're going to do is, things are changing in the industry. We've been talking a lot about on my show and on this show. Look, it's about education and options. What's going on? We're going to keep you up to date on what some certain things are. But a great topic that we see all the time when Andrew and I are talking, and I want to share because we see lots and lots of loans, is the 10 commandments when getting a mortgage. So we're going to take you through those. That way you can kind of caption those. If it's something that you want to get a copy of, we're easy to find. You're on our social media pages. So very simple to go there. So let's bring in our
10 commandments.
Yeah, we're going to bring in our 10 commandments here when getting a mortgage, Andrew. So check this out here. We'll start at number 10. Thou shalt not change bank accounts. What's your thoughts? Any feedback on that?
Amen. Yeah.
Simple enough, right?
It's simple enough, but if you change and you transfer, it's just more work for the buyer or the borrower.
And that kind of leads to number 9. Thou shalt not move funds in or out of your bank account.
Sure.
Right? I mean, this is a big one because large deposits have to be sourced. And depending on your loan type, that could be just $500 or so.
Yeah.
And that becomes a big deal. And again, when you're speed equals trust in our world, as a company, I know Andrew, you and myself, we close loans in under 15 days. So, speed equals trust, and we're rocking and rolling. So those are things that would only add to a little bit of hiccups in that regard. Number 8, thou shalt not cosign on a loan or lease for anyone. Any feedback here?
We've all had horror stories about that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
crazy because what I tell them is listen, if you really love them, teach them, educate them, maybe make them an authorized user.
Right.
But do not co-sign because this favor of yours becomes your debt.
Yeah.
this becomes your debt, and it's a big, big deal there. So I never, ever recommending co-signing or get on a lease. I had a lady one time whose daughter got a new job out of college, and her car broke down. So the mom was 2 weeks away from closing. Mom goes and buys the daughter a car, co-signs on it, throws her out, couldn't buy the house. Had to wait 6 months. So kind of crazy there. Number 7. We should have like some lightning and thunder going right now, right? A little sound effects.
Or some drums, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Some drum rolls, right?
Yeah. Thou shalt not let anyone pull your credit. Any feedback there, Andrew?
You know, I got mixed emotions on this.
It's changed. This is from a long time ago.
Sure.
And I kind of keep this here because now, especially with us, we do the soft pulls that we offer.
Pulls.
Right. I had somebody I spoke to today, client of mine, called someone, thought they were just talking to them, and they went and ran a hard pull. Right. So, the big thing here, what I like to say on this is, once you know what lender you're going with, hey, roll with those guys.
Right. Don't
start letting anybody else pull your credit. In regards to, autos or anything like that.
But, the biggest pain is that if they do a hard credit inquiry, they're probably going to get no less than 20 phone calls that day.
Yeah.
And it's going to impact their work, their life, and everything. So
hard
absolutely. Inquiries equal tons of trigger calls. And that's why one of the reasons why we don't pull it to the end anyways, right? In addition to it may be affecting their credit shortly.
That's right. We're protecting our client absolutely every time.
Right.
And this is something that other lenders do not do. So,
or have the capability, right? Some of them just simply don't do that.
Well, and that's a cost that we pick up that we're willing to do because that's how important our clients are to us, that, you and I pay a little bit extra up front on this because some lenders out there, and I get it, it's their prerogative. They're like, well, hey, we got to pull a hard pull to see if you're serious or not. Ours is, so, hey, cost of doing business. We respect you, and we want to make sure that we are that perfect fit for you when it's your most valuable asset. So credit's a big deal there. It's right up there with air and water. Let's get to number 6. Thou shalt not buy furniture. Thou shalt not buy furniture.
There's no reason to buy furniture if it ruins you from putting it somewhere.
That 8 years same as cash sounds amazing, right? Or buy, like right now, buy before the end of the year because you get that tax-free month or weekend or whatever it is. Listen, wait. Let's buy the house first. Or more
isn't it amazing? I'm sure it's the same down there. Every furniture place has an amazing, it'll be President's Day, it'll be New Year's sale, it'll be say every month there's a sale.
Day that ends in Y, come on in, and we're throwing in a TV, right?
So, it'll be there.
Yeah. My thing is, wait. Do not, when it comes to the furniture, make sure that you're safe there, or at least give your loan officer a call and go, here's what I'm looking at. Because if your ratio's on a factor and there may be something there, then we'll look at it and we'll give you the okay. Yeah. But don't just go out making a purchase.
So I literally had a customer once that days before closing went and bought $17,000 in appliances at Lowe's. Once we got the undisclosed debt monitoring thing, because we do monitor everyone's debt.
Absolutely.
They didn't debt ratio.
I
had to have them go back and return even the garden hose. I was like, everything needs to get returned.
Yeah.
They thought that I was being mean, but it's
because once they open that line of credit up, Andrew, we got to go with what the max payment would be on that.
Yeah.
Right. So you can't have any of that. So you got to just, and again, get with us because like I said, the same as cash, all that sounds good. Let's get in the house. We know you're excited. Number 5. Thou shalt not leave out any debts on your loan application.
It's kind of hard to do right now, right?
It is, but for us down here in Louisiana and in the Gulf South, Andrew, we had a little storm called Katrina back in the day. All right. So they have SBA loans. They have liens that they do not put on credit reports.
Sure.
And they pop up and there's payments or there's liens against them on, and not necessarily a bad thing, but these are SBA loans. So you've got it's very hard in today's day and age to go, oops, forgot about that.
Right.
But just if there is something out there, even if you're not sure, I've got people all the time that go, and I do have my cell phone and my auto insurance. Yeah. That's fine. We don't have to worry about that. But so I'd rather you tell me what you're thinking than not, right? So,
we're your friends. So we're here to spill your beans. We're going to find out most likely, but the sooner we can hear or find out, we can react and we can come up with a game plan, the better. We don't have a time machine, right?
No,
we can't go back.
And for everybody listening, you should feel comfortable. Andrew and I and our loan officers and stuff like that. What we're looking at is, listen, we're your attorney. So it's attorney-client privileges, right? You present to us what's going on, what happened, and then we go to the judge, which is also known as the investor and underwriter, who's going to buy in your loan, and we present your case. So don't leave anything out. Let us know what we're working with so we can kind of make that case for you.
Right.
Let's see here. Number 4, thou shalt not spend money set aside for closing. Andrew, you ever had a client that said, well, I didn't realize, I thought we were good?
All the time.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say all the time.
No.
I'm probably once every other month it happens.
Yeah.
Where somebody, but that's early on, and you have to keep explaining to them, just keep this money. Now,
that's right.
Do you have any you have any good
stories? This is a big one I circle and highlight here. I had a client several years ago that was so excited that I was getting him in a house, and he was a unique gentleman. And he went and ordered himself a Russian mail order bride, which this was about 7-8 years ago, was going for about $20K. You could find love over in Russia for about $20K. He wanted her over here to, when he moved into his house, move into a neighborhood, and be a family. The problem was that was the money he needed to come. That was the money he needed to come closing. So we had to scramble. We had to get dad, got a gift. I don't know if he returned her. I don't know if that comes with like Amazon Prime deals where you get a certain date to return stuff by.
Right.
But yeah, so that was most unique. All right, number 3, thou shalt keep up all payments and not charge up credit cards.
So I think this is one where, as long as you're communicating with us, and if there's going to be a big purchase need to be made, then let us know. But otherwise, stay the course. Right?
Stay the course. Listen, you're buying a home. There's nothing more important as your largest asset, your most valuable your largest
financial
asset,
decision, right?
One of your biggest investments you're ever going to make, if not the biggest. So just make sure you're not out going crazy. Just like we said earlier, buying up that same as cash. Don't be throwing a whole bunch of stuff on credit cards and stuff like that.
Right.
Especially when you're pre-approved, because if you start doing that, it can affect your credit score. And for us who do a soft pull, right, and then we do the hard pull at the end, we want to make sure you didn't all of a sudden go running
up in score, increase your debts.
That's right. All of a sudden your debt to income ratio, all of a sudden your utilization changes, and go from there. I think that'll be a nice podcast we could do too in the near future, Andrew, talking about credit, how credit's done. We'll throw the credit wheel up and kind of run through that. Okay. Number 2, thou shalt not buy a vehicle.
A new vehicle, right?
A new vehicle.
Or any vehicle, right?
Anything. Yeah. Common sense, right? And I know you want to be the big baller, cruising into your new crib with that nice house. The problem is the average car note now, Andrew, $730 a month. 25% of people have a car note over $1,000, man. So that can be a huge, huge dagger.
I agree. And finally.
Okay. Yeah. And finally, number 1. And it's number 1 for a reason.
Yeah.
Had to tell a guy yesterday, no. But thou shalt not change jobs or become self-employed, quit your job, or retire. Feedback, Andrew.
I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory, right? But we're basing the whole entire decision on your current income. And if that changes.
And I've got a guy, he's under contract. We're closing him next Wednesday, and told me his boss pissed him off and he wanted to quit. Could we still get the loan? And I said, absolutely not. And what you got to understand is we're not saying don't go get a better job, a better paying job. But if that happens, you got to let us know, because then we're going to need new pay stubs from the new place.
We're going to need to track it, right?
And we got to make sure, we got to verify, especially if you're going. And the reason why we put in there, become self-employed. If you go from W-2 to 1099 or commission only, now we got to wait 2 years.
Yeah.
So it's a big deal there. Right. So, hey, appreciate you, Andrew. I know we got a lot to get back into, but this is just a little intro of what's to come coming forward. Every Wednesday, expect to see us here. We're going to bring some education. We wanted to start off easy with a nice, fun topic. And listen, if you've got questions, send them in. You're on our social media. Shoot us an email, and then we'll have some contact information as we move forward. But till next week, we'll see you then, and have a great rest of your day.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.